Real Housewives of New York is back, you guys. Season 14, episode 1. I didn't think I was going to be interested, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was refreshing, it was fabulous, and it was fashion. Real Housewives of New York, season 14, episode 1. Let's get into it. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna be honest. I was really not interested in the Real Housewives of New York City. I was tired of the old version and I really wasn't interested in the new version, but I did watch it and like I said, it was refreshing. It was nice. So let's start with the taglines. We got Uba. Uba's a model. Her tagline is the secret ingredient, darling, is me. I don't know that I felt that one. So far, Uba's kind of boring. She's very beautiful, but it's the first episode, so we gonna see. Jenna is a more mature woman of the group. She was a big wig over there at J. Crew. Her tagline is, "My lashes may be fake, but I definitely keep it real." I'm not mad at that, Jenna. That was actually kind of cute. Aaron is a realtor and an interior designer. Those things definitely go together. Aaron really reminds me of Jennifer Aniston. Her tagline is, "I'm a true New Yorker. The only bull I'll take is by the horns." If you say so, Jenna. Jessel is a fashion publicist. All these ladies are very much fashion ladies. It was definitely giving you that New York vibe. So Jessel. I'm gonna work on that. Jessel's tagline is, "I always bring the flavor. It's not my fault if you don't have any taste." All right, Jessel, I'm feeling that one. Sai's an influencer, apparently one of the top in the game, according to, I think it was Aaron that said that. Her tagline is, "In New York, there's a lot of bad apples, but I'm the baddest in the bunch." We gonna see. We gonna see how bad you are, Miss Sai. Did I forget anybody? No. Bryn. Bryn is real cute, real fun, and probably real messy. So far, I like Bryn. We gonna see what kind of mess she stirs up. And Bryn's tagline is my favorite tagline. It's probably the favorite one I've had, like, in tagline, in not New York, but what is it? Housewives taglines. This one was really funny. Brent says, "I love to laugh, but make me mad and I'll date your dad." Well, she looked like she might just do that. So I'm not really gonna go into a play-by-play of whatever happened because we really just wanted to get acquainted with these new ladies in New York. I didn't miss none of them old chicks, not a one. It was like a whole brand new situation. And I tell you what, we need some brand new situations in Potomac. We need a brand new situation in the ATL. Anybody else? Who else is? I don't know. I didn't watch Salt Lake City. I watched I binge watched the first season. I liked them. I wasn't feeling them, so I didn't care about their drama. It's a lot of times hard when a season starts to get involved with these new ladies, but this one I was feeling. It was really very much New York, and I think that's what we've been missing is show your city. What's really going on in New York. We know New York is a really interesting, special city all in itself. So the show starts. Bryn and Jessel, they're going to visit Sai. Sai lives in this like really pretty brownstone. She has two kids, a boy and a girl. Her husband is retired, so she's living this fabulous influencer life. Dang, I missed the boat on that one, child. I wish they had that when I was coming up. Anyway, um, Sai is one of them take your shoes off when you come in my house type of people. All of their houses are so pretty. I get it though, like if because in New York, I guess there's a lot of walking. Don't walk in my house with all the shoes that you've been walking around in the street. So I can dig it. She offered Brand some house slippers. She was like, "Is your feet crusty? Because if they crusty, I might have some extra slippers, but you're not gonna walk around in my house with no shoes on." Shortly after Bryn arrives, Jessel comes over. Jessel comes with her mother and her two boys. So she's got twin boys and they're toddler age, 1 or 2 years old. So we already know that's a lot of work toting two boys around. Thankfully, she has her mother, so she can enjoy, a little girl's lunch afternoon without, let the kids while out and, the mama can handle it. So the ladies are sitting down, and apparently there's some tension over some cheese and over a ditched dinner. So Erin is irritated because she invited the ladies for a little get together, I guess, before everything gets popping off. And whatever restaurant she choose, they did not want to go. So Bryn and Sai ditched her and went to somewhere else and then posted pictures. Y'all, if y'all didn't want to go to the restaurant, Bryn talking about she'd rather go to the Olive Garden. And if she was gonna go to wherever this restaurant was, she would probably only go there if she had some guests from out of town, like say Florida. I don't know what you mean, girl, but you take it easy. Cause you know what? It's a whole lot of New Yorkers down here in Florida. I'm just saying. Anyway, they went to dinner somewhere else, Cy and Bryn, and then posted the pictures. Y'all, if y'all gonna ditch somebody for dinner and then go do something else, post the pictures like not the same day. You don't want the girl to know that you really like went and did something else. Cy said Erin is always mad at somebody. She said they run in the same circle of friends. And it seems that Erin is always irritated with somebody. She always mad. Maybe, maybe not. But if I invited you somewhere and you ditched me, said you was tired or what have you, and then I see you posting pictures that y'all went somewhere else, I'm gonna be in my feelings too. So next time, post the pictures like day or two after. Don't do that. That's rude. That's mean. And she was in her feelings, and rightfully so. Same time, Erin and Uba are at the park discussing how she's irritated about something was said about some cheese, child. And I'm really not gonna be able to understand what the hell was happening with the cheese. Sai said something about the cheese, and then it got back to Erin, and it's really stupid. And there's really no understanding. I don't think Erin's feelings had a whole lot to do with the cheese. I feel like she said something snarky, meaning Erin, and then it got back to Sai. But the real issue is her feelings was hurt that y'all ditched her dinner and then went out and then posted the pictures. And I'm not gonna say if I was like Sai and Bryn, I might be like, I don't want to go there. Let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? So that's a thing. Just don't post the pictures. It's rude and inconsiderate. And that's not what friends do, ladies. That's not what we want to. At the end of the day, though, if we're just arguing about cheese, it can't be that serious. So we go to Jessel's apartment. Jessel has this badass apartment. Like I said before, Jessel is a fashion publicist. A New York apartment is not like everybody else's kind of apartment. They be on another level of fabulousness. So Jessel seems to be a little what is it, OCD? And she's got a white apartment with them two boys, and she got her mama running around there talking about wipe off the fingerprints, and her mother was like, girl, I just wiped off the fingerprints. Now, I mean, my mother had white furniture and glass, white and glass. And we grew up knowing what not to put our hands on. So the boys will be fine. but their toddler's 2 years old right now. So she gonna be chasing fingerprints. Her housekeeper, her mother, or whoever. But the apartment was fabulous. I love that whole New York apartment vibe. It's like a whole, you know, beautiful setting overlooking the city. It looks like money. Let's see. So while Jessel's like getting her apartment cleaned up, chasing down fingerprints with a paper towel, Jenna comes to visit. Apparently, Jenna is a new friend to the group. Jenna is a former bigwig over at J. Crew. Um, she has a very Annie Hall vibe. The open blouse is like Jenna gonna come through with her blouse all the way open. So you might see a titty. You're probably gonna see a titty. Jenna's bringing the titties. They little bitty ones, but they there. They're always there. Can we talk about these people, this Jessel lady and Khloe Kardashian and all you people that's out here stacking Oreos inside these cute little glass cookie jars? You skinny people that have Oreos stacked to the top of the cookie jar, do you eat the Oreos or is it just there for a decoration? I feel like people with those daggone cookie jars don't really like cookies. I don't know how I would exercise any type of self-control. Rhonda could never have that type of cookie jar. I could have a cookie jar, but if they're just there on display, because I also need things to be lined up. Maybe it's a little OCD, but I'm not gonna want you to touch my cookies. At the same time, I'm gonna always be eating the cookies. So it's just for me, it's not gonna be a thing. As beautiful as it is, I'm gonna have to. And how many packs of Oreos does it take to fill one of them big ass jars of cookies? Yeah, I have to buy 5, 6 packs of Oreos. I can't be sitting around here eating 5 packs of Oreos. I'm just saying. Jenna's having a party and she served her cheese. So I hope the rest of them are not mad about, her cheese setup. She likes a lot of cheese. She likes all the cheese, fondue, all the cheese. And Sai likes cheese too. We don't know what the cheese drama is, but it's gonna be at the party. Her party is gonna be a black and gold and khaki themed party. So some people don't like a theme party. I kind of don't have a problem with it. It's kind of fun. Over at Erin's house, her family comes to visit. Erin has 3 kids. Her and her husband met a while back. I can't remember how many years ago she said they've been married, but she said they was both out here in these streets doing the dirty and they found each other and they like doing the dirty with each other, so they keep on having kids. She's got another white apartment. All these people with these white apartments, Jenna's kids are not little like Jessel's kids, but they're little enough that their housekeeper be working. Like I said, this isn't gonna be a long video. It's gonna be real quick just because I'm not going play by play because nothing actually happened except for them arguing about, not even arguing. They were discussing cheese for like the most, and as much, look, it sounds funny because I just said how much I enjoyed it. I guess I enjoyed looking at the beautiful apartments, these beautiful closets. Since they brought their closet, I decided I would go ahead and bring mine. You know what? When I move into my house, I'm manifesting. I want a room so I could turn it into a closet. Like I'm feeling it. Like my whole studio room, it's gonna be like a closet because that stuff is. I mean, those closets are just fabulous. So Jenna's apartment. It's party day. The ladies are trying to figure out what they're gonna wear. They all wear black because they don't understand that khaki is a color. When she said khaki, I guess they thought she meant khaki pants. Who was it? I think it was Brandon was like, I thought she don't work at J. Crew no more. No, khaki is a color. I wish I had a khaki moment because they all wore black. They're a little bit fabulous. And, Miss Annie Hall over here is always going to give you a good slack and an open blouse. So her apartment is not white. Her apartment it fits her though. It's funny because she's the one with no kids, but she doesn't have an all white apartment. She reminds me of, what was her name that was on New York? Was it Carol, the princess with the young boyfriend? Except for Jen is not into boys. But she reminds me of her a little bit. I don't know why. But anyway, she she's at her apartment, she's getting everything together, she's getting a little cheese situation together. It's like a little girls get together over at Jenna's house. And so they all start arriving. Jenna has this dog. This dog was running around on the sofa and stuff. And I love my dog, but when I have guests, I don't want him like jumping all up in their face trying to steal the olives out of their martini. They were okay with it. It was a little bothersome to me, but anyway. So they come over, they're having a little small talk. They're sitting down in Jenna's living room. Now, Aaron has said the apartment is beautiful, except the closet is half the room and the room is half the apartment. And since Erin is a real estate person, she's trying to figure out who is she gonna sell this apartment to, because it just don't really work for the average person. Now, I did not hear Jenna say that her apartment was up for sale, but in a real estate person's mind, I do that. I analyze haircuts and I analyze clothing because that's what I do. So I get where she was going. But if you're there by yourself and you're a fashion lady, like I would assume, like it works for her. She probably spends a lot of time in her bedroom relaxing. Like her closet is not like a closet, it's like a room with clothes in it. They're sitting down talking, and Aaron right away confronts Sai about, being a little irritated about them ditching her for dinner. And Sai was like, yeah, you're right. I did it. It was wrong. We went over, we didn't want to go to, we don't know what, because they kept bleeping it out. We don't want to go over there. So, we went somewhere else, and my bad. And Aaron was cool with that. I think Aaron was cool with that because Sai has a more dominant alpha personality. Erin is an alpha, so I think rather than butt heads, she said she'd be grabbing bulls by the horns, but she wasn't really trying to tangle with that bull, so she let it be. So she put it at, see, she was upfront with me, and I'm okay with that. That's why I like her. I think it was more like, I don't want to tangle with this lady because it ain't gonna probably go in my favor. It's gonna be so interesting to see these personalities unravel, because you try to like pick who you like in the beginning and see like how it's gonna play out. Right now, I definitely like Sai. I like her lifestyle. I like her brownstone. It was super dope. Who else? I feel like I said, Uba's a little bit boring, but she ain't really had nothing going on. Is she married? I don't know. We didn't see her husband. We saw Aaron's husband, we saw Jessel's husband, and we saw Sai's husband. I didn't see no husband with Uba. Bryn doesn't have a husband. Bryn, when she came to Sai's house, she was like, her Sai's kids make her, ovaries want to have babies, and Jessel's kids make her ovaries don't want to have no babies. But Jessel's kids are 2, so 2-year-olds are a lot of work. And not only that, she's got twins, so I get it. That's, of course you like the kids that are already raised up and potty trained and yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yeah. Anyway, Brenda's the last one to show up to the party. She was late, probably because she was dreading confronting Aaron. Now, Brenda's a little more docile, so Aaron was ready and, dying to jump in that ass. She's like, where's she at? Why is she late? She ready to get at it. So the ladies sit around, they have a little sex talk, are you submissive in bed? This is the kind of shit ladies do for the most part. I don't know, like Jenna had the questions written down on a card. We don't necessarily sit around and ask questions that are written down on a card, but usually when the girls get together, there's a lot of talk about sex. Then Cheesegate came up. We started talking about the cheese, and after a little conversation about the cheese, Jenna was like, we don't want to sit up here talking about no damn cheese. Now, that ain't how we go from talking about sex to talking about cheese. They pulled out another card, and it was, what are you obsessed with? Porn or shopping, or I don't remember what the other thing was. Shopping. except for Uba, who's addicted to bananas. Not bananas, but like actual bananas. She said it's a Somalian thing, or I think she said Somali. I can't remember what part of Africa she's from. She's African. She's like tall, thin, beautiful chocolate skin. Like she said, she was the best ingredient, honey. And that part I'm gonna give her. And she likes bananas. Maybe bananas made her skin so pretty. I don't know. Maybe I should get some more bananas, see what I can do. Get some Somalian skin. But anyway, Aaron was so adamant about confronting Bryn about this daggone cheesecake that she wanted to take a sidebar. So they didn't want to talk about cheese. I already said what she had to say about it. Girl, sorry, not sorry. I didn't want to go eat there. And so that's that on that. Bryn, on the other hand, had to take a tongue lashing from Aaron. So Aaron wanted to take her in the closet in Jenna's room. Y'all just met this lady and y'all walk around her room like that. Like, y'all do it different over there. You're not just going to go take a meeting in my bedroom. Remember when they tried to go in Nene's closet and she threw them niggas out? Miss Jenna wasn't worried about that. Her closet was perfectly organized. When you work in a store, you kind of pick up those habits. So she's a J. Crew person. If you've ever been into a J. Crew, it's super duper organized. So I can see why she would be that way. Like, not all her stuff is J. Crew, though, child, because they done went in her closet. After they discussed the cheese thing, Aaron knew that Bryn was gonna break because Bryn didn't want to have that discussion no damn way. And so she easily, broke her down. And yeah, so after the discussion, well, they laid on this lady's bed. They went in her room and laid down on her bed. I was like, no, 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 not laying on my bed. No, you're not. They was laying on her bed. Then they got up the bed. They went in the closet. Aaron sat down in his chair, broke the chair. They broke the lady's furniture. They just got there. They already tearing stuff up. The party had just started. They broke the chair. Then they thought that for some reason that it would be funny to go back out there and pretend like they had a big fight, but they was gonna do it with Jenna, with Jenna's clothes on. So they put her clothes on. So Aaron puts on this like sequin jacket and her shoes. Like, do y'all wear the same size? She got her shoes on, her jacket on, and then Brittany put on this lace little, what do you call it, duster, and they came back out faking a fight, and then they hugged each other. Why did they do that? So then they hugging each other with sequins and lace on. Now they're connected to each other. Jenna was not in the least bit, did not think it was funny. She sat there, she was like, I'm not even gonna look. Because now these hoes are stuck together in my Valentino. Valentino, not J. Crew, her Valentino. And then I got her Valentino stuck together in some sequins and lace. They figured it out. And that was pretty much that. Like, that's how that episode ended. Even though there wasn't a whole lot, like in this first episode, I would say definitely go check it out because it's just a refresh of New York. Visually, it was like watching, what's that show with the real estate people, $1 Million Listing? It was like a little bit of $1 Million Listing and a little bit of fashion, a lot of fashion. We're getting to see the personalities, just a little sneak peek. The fight was over cheese, so we know that's not that serious. There was done and done. It's all resolved. It ended in a Valentino jacket linked up in some lace. So check it out. See what you think. It was very nice to not see Ramona's racist ass running around acting like she's picking up guys at the bar. It was nice to not see Sonya's ass rolling around in a dress with no panties on, her legs cocked up in the air. It was nice to see Luann's pretentious, Luann's pretentious ass run around calling herself a duchess or whatever the hell she thinks she is. It was nice to see new people, new women of New York City, wives, actual housewives. And not all people, like not all married people have married friends. Like there's a couple single girls slung in there because that's what real life is. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen in this new regenerated, revised, because I was like, is it season 1 or what? No, we're season 14. So this new regenerated, revised, and refreshed ladies of New York City, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.